Something's cooking in downtown Bay City, Michigan, and the aroma is intoxicating. It takes me back to Mom and Grandma's kitchen. The warm feeling of love is just too much. We walk through the doors of the side street cafe and are overwhelmed with a sight of plates overflowing with omelets, frittatas, pancakes, more omelets, French toast. Oh wait, there's another omelet, scrambled eggs, and more frittatas. I believe I've died and gone to heaven, but wait, it can't be heaven. I'd never be able to rest in peace with what's cooking at this place on Saginaw Street in Bay City. This place called
Mornin at Maggies.
Okay, that's what we were told by a man named Rodney Nimps. He tells us he's the owner of this place called Mornin at Maggies. But who's Maggie and why is it named after her?
Maggie is my mother. I pay homage to the name from my mother.
So she did a lot of inspiration
here. Yeah. You know, I've been here for going on 13 years this year. I've enjoyed every year of it. I was in manufacturing. I was in the automotive industry doing some engineering. And I was driving down the street one day. It was one of those old dreams, you know, to start a restaurant. And they had a for rent sign out front. And during that time, I found the time perfect. And here I am, 13 years later.
Specializing not only in omelets, pretty much breakfast is your specialty, right?
Oh, yeah, it's breakfast based. When you look at the marquee, it says omelets. It's like you said, much more than that. I believe that there is nothing you cannot put in eggs, and with that concept, it's very unique.
It's been gaining in popularity. I see you've got a wall full of people who've enjoyed it, and you do also catering and spreading the word of the incredible edible egg, amongst other things. You've got French toast, you've got pancakes, but it's a place where you've got to bring your family. It's a very fine family establishment. I mean, it's quiet and you can eat at ease.
It is, and I get a lot of compliments on the way the restaurant's set up. People feel like they're sitting in their dining room at home, and that's what I want from the experience being here. As far as being unique, you know, nothing comes out of a can or a box in this kitchen. Everything is fresh, from my produce farming buddies to special deliveries out of the Eastern Market. So when you read the menu and it has the fresh herbs and stuff, it's exactly what it is.
You're not kidding us.
No, not at all.
Michigan products, too.
All Michigan products. My menu, and especially my board that I put all my specials on, they change with the season. So when people come in and say, you know, Rod, you know, you have such a big menu, what should I order? I'll often direct them toward the specialty board. The menu doesn't change as often as that does. So I always encourage them to try something different, something out of the box. You know, it doesn't have to be your ham and cheese omelet.
You know, you never really think about what can go into an omelet until you see what you've got listed there.
You know, a lot of times, like your omelet that you had this morning, had the tomatoes, the fresh avocados, and the cream cheese, and the cucumbers. People don't think, you know, cucumbers and eggs. A lot of times when I'm developing a new recipe, I'll put it on the board, not so much that I think people are going to order it, but I put it up there for shock value. Blood sausage, head cheese omelets, oyster omelets, emu, ostrich, alligator frittatas, duck, rabbit. I have put it all in an omelet.
Oh, my goodness. But, you know, if you don't see it on the omelet, I'm told that you could, you know, if you're very stubborn in your taste, and you want that classic, you know, cheese and ham and bacon.
No problem. No problem. And I tell, especially when I'm talking to customers when they come in, it's, you know, because it's spelt out in the menu as a certain ingredients, doesn't mean you have to order it that way. If it's in my kitchen and in my fridge, you can have it, and we'll do anything you want with it.
Tell us a little bit about your other menu items there.
My concept opening the restaurant was to healthy eating. That's why you don't see, you know, piles of greasy hash browns on your plate. So the pancakes are not just buttermilk pancake batter, but there's spiced apples, there's blueberry pancakes, there's banana pancakes. If a youngster comes in and they want chocolate chips in their pancakes, we do that. The French toast, it's not your typical French toast. We have a sort of traditional custard that the French toast goes in, but it's also coated in panko breadcrumbs. And that's why it gives a unique flavor and that big crunch when you're eating it. You know, from the Austrian eggs to you name it, man, we'll do it.
Tell you what, I think we've put a big chunk in your menu here this morning.
We did. We had fun with that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But I tell you what, you've got employees here that are really loving what they do. You must really have a nice rapport, not only with the employees, but the customers in here, because you can feel the atmosphere of family when you walk through the door.
Absolutely.
The menu is unique. It's not a normal breakfast type place. You can get ham and eggs anywhere. But this is what you have here is very, very different. Rod is an excellent chef, and he serves something different and special.
It really doesn't matter, and if it's not on the menu, they will put it on the menu and make it for you.
Oh my.
So that's unique, and we really appreciate that. Oh, the French toast is wonderful.
So you've tried everything on the menu, have you yet? Or?
Pretty much. There's not too many things we've missed. I would recommend the frittatas. They're different and wonderful.
All right. How about you, Ed?
Well, the first time I ever had a frittata was here, and but also Rod has a lot of unique sausages that he uses. They're homemade, made at a custom meat shop. I think it's over by Saginaw. His bacon is delicious.
There's another item on the menu that you rarely see, and that's a chorizo. And it's like a Spanish sausage, but he puts it in omelets, he puts it in frittatas. It's really good.
So what would you suggest to the first timer? I mean, your menu is quite overwhelming sometimes.
You know, I make suggestions that are not typical of what they would eat. Go back to the ham and cheese omelet, which is fine. I eat those. My comments to most customers, like the couple that was sitting at the table we're at this morning, if you don't like what I suggest to you, don't eat it. I'll go back in the kitchen and I'll cook you something else. So I suggest when you come in here, take full advantage of that menu. I do the same thing when I go into a restaurant, and if it's a restaurant that I frequent, I'll order the same thing. So I get that, but I certainly encourage to think outside the box for breakfast. If people like Reuben omelet or Reuben sandwiches, why not have a Reuben omelet?
Well, there you go. Really?
Sauerkraut and eggs? Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're an old-timer who loves what they've had growing up, or you like to live on the edge, I think Maggie's might be a place you want to stop on by and just,
certainly is.
Kind of let your mind go wild and experience life here at Maggie's, right?
Yeah, I like that. Living on the edge for breakfast.
There you go.
Start your day off
Start your day right. It's in the right direction. Well, Ron, I appreciate you taking time and sharing with us what you've got here. And we look for a lot more things coming out of Maggie's. Perhaps we'll see one up north, perhaps, or,
Possibility.
You never can
You never
tell.
know.
We'll start the rumor going that the possibilities are out there.
Right.
Well, appreciate that. Thanks for breakfast.
Thank you for your time.
We left that day from our visit with Rod, crew, and guests at Mornin at Maggie's, feeling like we did actually experience a slice of heaven, with our appetite satisfied and attitude adjusted in a positive direction. You can watch more of our visit with Rod and crew at our Spirit of Michigan YouTube channel. Here you'll hear more about Rod's journey in life that brought him to downtown Bay City to open up a specialty breakfast shop. Mornin at Maggie's. We may just see you there.